New at 11, a former teacher on trial answers questions about the salacious text messages she allegedly sent to a 12-year-old student. Prosecutors claim the lewd texts are evidence that Ethel Anderson had sex with the young boy. But Anderson claims there's another reason for what she did. Our Fallon Silcox joins us live now from the courthouse to explain. Fallon?
Ethel Anderson cried for the very first time tonight since this trial began, and it's when she decided to take the stand, where she ultimately admitted to using what prosecutors are describing as sexual therapy to help the young boy who she says was a troubled student.
You knew he was under the age of 16
Yes.
when you had this sexual therapy with him. Is that correct?
When the texting occurred, yes.
For the first time, jurors heard from Ethel Anderson tonight after hearing explicit details of an alleged sexual relationship with the young boy, most of which we can't even air.
Says that he put his fingers. You say no.
No.
And while she admits to sending sexual text messages, Anderson says she never actually had sex or any sort of sexual contact with the young boy. She only wanted to help him become a better student.
At the time, with him struggling with school and having behavioral issues and anger issues and acting out at home and not being able to connect with his family the way that he felt and the way his parents felt, that was my purpose, to gain his attention. And yes, I did it in an appropriate way.
Anderson says the sexual texts were fantasy, but the discussion she had with the boy about his grades, God, and Christianity were all real.
Part of fantasy, sexual therapy for a troubled youth.
Correct.
Again, matching. He's told his story this morning. This fantasy matches what he said happened to him.
This fantasy does, yes.
This coming after jurors heard from the boy who celebrated his 14th birthday here in this courtroom today, and hearing a recording deputies taped with a wiretap in which Anderson confesses to the boy's mother that she did have a sexual relationship with her son. Now it'll be up to jurors to decide what's fantasy and what's reality.
You did sexual therapy for a troubled youth, right?
That was my response to him.
Nothing further.
And that's how things wrapped up tonight, with jurors deciding to come back tomorrow morning for closing arguments. Anderson is facing over 100 years in prison if she's convicted. Live in Tampa, I'm Fallon Silcox, ABC Action News.